Hello, and welcome to the DCP Entertainment presentation here at the upfronts. I'm Chris Colbert, the CEO and founder of DCP, and I'm excited to tell you all about our current and upcoming podcast series. So DCP Entertainment is a media company that is taking the lead in where this country's going, providing a platform for underrepresented communities like people of color, women, LGBTQ+, and people with disabilities, while focusing on conversations around mental health and overcoming adversity. You know, many of our current shows focus on Black voices, and here at DCP, we're uniquely positioned to reach Black audiences, which is important for responsible representation of Black experiences within podcasting and just the media industry as a whole. But it's also important for advertisers looking to reach a growing majority. According to a 2019 Nielsen study of Americans, Black buying power reached $1.3 trillion in 2018. Black consumers are more likely to engage with advertising on their smartphones, where, coincidentally, most people listen to their podcasts. Black people are the most likely population to shop online if a coupon or promotional code is available. Yet again, another podcast advertising staple. And Black people are more likely to try new products for the sake of variety and novelty. Now, that said, our programming here at DCP is popular amongst a variety of audiences. We have daily programs like Make It Plain and Woke AF that bring together social activism, human rights, and politics into conversations that you can't find within mainstream media news. We also have current weekly programs like Toure Show, which gives us the tools for career and life success. Democracy-ish, which is an insightful countdown through this 2020 election season from an unapologetic, Black, and progressive perspective. And then we have our seasonal shows like Picked Last in Gym Class, hosted by Paralympian Lacey Henderson, teaching us about how to power through life's challenges while finding humor through it all. And shows like Inner Space with Dr. Barbara Van Dalen, providing a safe space for us to talk about our mental and emotional well-being while providing alternative methods for care if you don't have access to therapy. Then there's shows like PM Mood, providing a platform for change makers and innovators who are out there doing the work so we can expand our global social impact. And then I'm also excited to tell you about some of our upcoming programs, including Say Their Name, which premieres October 12th of this year, so very soon, and provides a voice to communities of unarmed Black people who have been assaulted and killed by police and in stand your ground states. Now, myself, as the executive producer for this series, I feel a little too close to this one, so Danielle Moodie is going to tell you more about this one later in our presentation. But we're also excited to tell you about another program, Who Was Prince, premiering in the second quarter of 2021, and is a documentary series about the artist known, and for a time, formerly known as Prince. Coming up, Toure will tell you more about this series that he is the executive producer and host of. And then we also have Politics of Food, hosted by Christina Gonzalez, and it will premiere the first quarter of 2021 and is an in-depth look into the intentional politicization, economics, and community impact of food on a global scale. And with the impacts of COVID-19, this series will give insights into the shifting norms that we're facing around the world. So before I hand it off to two of our incredible hosts, Toure and Danielle Moodie, we'd like to first share with you a video of some of our current podcasts here at DCP Entertainment.
I started this podcast, Toure Show, because I wanted to sit around and talk to successful people about how they became successful. I want to know what talents, tactics, and attitudes powered their rise. I want to know what their superpower is. I want to know how they built success and how they dealt with failure.
We need folks to get very clear about what matters, to get very clear about what is at stake. Progress is uncomfortable. Progress and change only happens where friction occurs.
If someone is saying that they're not going to vote, it's probably because they've been propagandized by some troll or some bot on social media. And they ought to be aware and keep in mind that if someone is trying to suppress your vote, it's because they realize how important your vote is.
The normal way you think about disability, like people drooling, people in a corner, wheelchair.
I always say this, I'm like, we have terrible marketing. Honestly, people with disabilities, we've had really bad marketing for a long time.
Yeah.
We need to liven it up a little bit.
Totally. Get some sexy.
Yeah, exactly. Put a little sex on it. For sure.
What up, y'all? It's Toure. I want to tell you about a couple of things we have going on at DCP. Of course, we still have Toure Show, my one-on-one interview series with successful, interesting, amazing Black people. We've had Ice Cube, we've had Zadie Smith, we've had Senator Cory Booker. We get all sorts of cool Black people to come on and talk to us about their success and why they've made it. Of course, I also have coming up this spring something I'm really, really excited about. A multi-episode podcast series about Prince. It's called Who Was Prince? And we're going to dive deep into who he was, featuring the voices of lots of people who worked closely with him, people who played with him, dated him, managed him, worked with him. This will take you deeper into the life of Prince than anything else ever has. For my other big DCP project, Democracy-ish, let me throw it over to my co-host, Danielle Moodie.
I am so excited to be here at Upfronts with all of you, and want to say thank you to Chris and to Toure for their incredible introductions of DCP Entertainment. DCP, folks, if you don't know now after watching that video and listening to Chris's presentation, is the home for Fearless Authenticity, which is powered by some of the incredibly politically and socially conscious shows that we just ran through. Some of them are PM Mood, Woke AF Daily, Democracy-ish, Make It Plain. But what I really want to talk to you all about today is a project, a docuseries that is so close to all of us at DCP, and definitely now, which is Say Their Name. Say Their Name is a docuseries that is going to go behind the scenes into the lives of the families who are affected by violence against Black people at the hands of police. And so as we are coming off of the news about justice not being served for Breonna Taylor, we understand now that it is more important than ever that we say their name. Say Their Name, the docuseries airing on October 12th, answers the question, what happens when the cameras go away and the hashtags cease to exist? What happens to the families of these unarmed Black people that are taken from us, their futures stolen from us, and their families? Chris sits down in these intimate conversations with these families that are heartbroken and talks to them about how they put the pieces back together and about how they pursue justice and continue to say the name of their loved ones. It is more important than ever that we support this type of docuseries, which is not only shedding much needed light onto the lives of these people who are more than hashtags, who are more than statistics, but also doing the work of raising funds, of crowdsourcing money for these families that are now left to put together the pieces. Say Their Name, much like all of the other programs at DCP Entertainment, are telling the story about our diverse communities and the power that we have in storytelling and shedding the light necessary to move our country and our society forward. I want to thank all of you so very much, and I urge you all to connect with DCP Entertainment. Thank you.